Now we were expecting high highs to form on Euro USD, but yesterday did not really support that idea. It just went straight through our levels into these. So they're probably trying to reach down into this swing low again. Maybe this low has failed to create a high. So now they're going to wipe that out. Even the daily time frame turned bearish after yesterday's closing over here. Now I was almost going to get stopped out on a trade on USD CAD, but I moved it to break even, which was right here. So we were expecting sales from somewhere over here. What was wrong with USD? I think everything was correct. Everything was according to plan, but it didn't just work out. The reason I moved it to break even was mainly because, now look at this. We had this sweep and we had this break of structure right here. So this is the setup. We have all the confirmations, even imbalances were forming. So my entry was right here. I was on this trade and I was also monitoring Euro USD. Now on Euro USD, we were expecting buys from somewhere around here, at least below the London low. Now, even though UCAD was breaking structure to the downside, EU failed to close above the London lows and move up. So we know that normally when Euro USD moves down, UCAD will move up. Now, if EU wants to move down, most likely UCAD will not move down, right? So I saw this consolidation right here, saw that little bit of a divergence. I don't use that, but simple stuff. And then I moved it to break even. So that's how I saved that trade, or else it would have been a loss. So if you took a loss, that's fine because everything was according to plan. Okay. Yeah, the loss is valid because the trade idea is not actually invalid. I mean, on UCAD, the trade idea was not invalid until this high was taken out because structure was bearish. Only the 1 hour time frame was bullish. Only the 1 hour time frame turned bullish here. The daily time frame was bearish and the 4 hour time frame was bearish. So until it closed above this, the sell idea was completely valid. So the loss is not a bad one. It's just a loss for the books. That's it. Okay, so let's change sides today. I'll be looking for sells down into this swing low based on yesterday's closing. That's a strong bearish candle. So I want to see it pulling back down into this low and even into this low over here. And if you take a look at the 4 hour, the 4 hour time frame is also turning bearish. With this kind of closing, we're probably going to see a bearish closing. And the London high would be most likely it'll be strong today because it has tapped into a 4 hour imbalance into this previous market structure point. And they also took out the Frankfurt high during the London session. Now, some of you sold it during the London session, which is perfect. So the setup was very clear. It wiped out the Frankfurt highs and it broke structure over here. Imbalances were created, new imbalances. So if you maybe, even if you sold it directly, you had more than a 1 to 3. I didn't take this, I just saw this in the chat. So that was a good trade. So now let's see if New York session is going to follow through with this. Now, based on that, we could assume that the London high is strong today. So what I would like to see is, again, a pullback like we expected on UCAD. What I want to see is a pullback into a premium price of maybe this range and then this. So this is what I'm expecting on Euro USD today. I'm not going to look for any buys because yesterday we saw a strong bearish closing. Now I don't want to catch a reversal today. So the daily time frame is bearish, the 1 hour time frame is bearish, and when the current 4 hour candle closes, it will also be bearish. The kill zone high is over here. For now it is over here. Now what we could expect is something like this, but I don't like this trade. I want to see it pulling back up into a premium price. Let's say this is where we draw the Fibonacci from, then this could be the key level. Or if it moves somewhere down here and then starts pulling back up, even this area could be used as a key level, but you get the point, right? Always try to sell at a premium price. So if it can move into somewhere over here, I'll be looking for a sell today, not going to buy it anymore. I'm changing sides. And then let's go to UCAD. Start on the daily. Now UCAD turned bullish because if you zoom in, you will see this breakout, and that makes the daily time frame bullish. Then let's go to the 4-hour. The 4-hour time frame turned bearish here, but since these lows wiped out the London low, we can even draw the Fibonacci from here and say that it pulled back into a discount price. So daily is currently bullish. The 4-hour time frame is bearish because of this breakout. Even if we draw it from here, it tapped exactly into 50%. And now the 1-hour time frame is currently bearish. Now what I want to do on UCAD today is look for buys, but again the time frames are not aligning. Now the London low will most likely be strong today because it has wiped out the Frankfurt lows, and then we can see some strong closings. Now I'm looking for buys on UCAD today, but it has to, the time frames has to align, or else below this is where I'm looking to buy. So right now the time frames are not aligning, so I'm going to skip UCAD for now. And gold did not pull back yesterday into anywhere here. It just started moving up. It never gave us any pullback, so don't even worry about missing a move like this because the setup was not there. Okay, if we look at this again, we know that the daily time frame was bearish here, but the overall structure looks bullish. And then the 4-hour time frame is currently bullish again because these are the most recent breakouts. The 1-hour time frame is also bullish. Now let's say this London low ran below this Frankfurt low and it has moved up. So it's better if we can look for a buy at least below the Asian lows right here. So below this, if we can look for a buy, that will be good. So this entire thing is anyway a key level, or you can even mark this out. So this is the liquidity and then this is the key level. So let's have it marked out and let's see. Okay. And now let's go to NAS 100. Let's look at everything and then see which ones will make more sense. Okay, so based on the weekly, again, personally, I think this might only be a pullback, but let's stay ready for both sides because yesterday I was not looking for buys, I was only looking for sells, but since there was a clear draw on liquidity here, it wiped out the London lows and gave us a confirmation right here. So some of you took it, I didn't take it. Now that was a valid trade because the time frames aligned and there was more liquidity sitting up here. And again, I was thinking, okay, I was looking for the buy, but thought it's not at a discount price. So I didn't want to get in. But if I drew a Fibonacci from down here to up here, this was happening exactly at a discount price. So this is why learning how to use the Fibonacci properly can really help. So I only saw that in hindsight. I did not take that trade, okay? But let's go to the daily. And based on yesterday's closing, we know that the daily time frame is still bearish because this was the most recent breakout. And yesterday it wiped out this liquidity from a daily high and rejected this imbalance. This is the key level that we were looking at yesterday. So because of this rejection, because of this manipulation, I'm expecting the market to drop down into the Wednesday's low at least. So this is the range that I'm working with today. The 4-hour time frame is bearish because this is the most recent breakout. And the 1-hour time frame is bearish as well. Today, the London high is most likely protected because it has taken out the Frankfurt highs and then broken structure. So what I would like to see is a sweep of the kill zone highs and then a drop down into this low and eventually into this low. I'm not going to look for any buys unless it comes down into somewhere here at least. Now anyway, the time frames aren't aligning for buys, so I'm still paying attention to sells. Maybe this right here is the high of the week. It was created on Wednesday. I don't know, maybe this is the high of the week, so I'm trying to look for sells from somewhere around here when the stock market opens. Okay, so let's see how that goes. Let's have everything marked out and patiently wait. So today I'll be paying attention to NAS 100 And we can even look at gold. Let's see, mainly NAS 100. So we'll have to wait until the stock market opens and all that. Okay. So hope everything is clear, and we might have a backtesting session during the weekend. I'll let you know in the Discord group. Okay. So yeah, then have a good day, guys, and a good weekend. I'll talk to you guys during the next week. So yeah, bye, guys. Talk to you soon.